All right.
Second podcast.
Second podcast. Have not uploaded the first one yet.
Fucking shit ton to talk about today.
Oh, we got
Oh, buddy.
tons to talk about.
Man,
Should be a good time.
dude,
Well,
this is actually kind of a fucking, good time to start a podcast.
yeah. Definitely a lot of stuff going on in the world right now.
That we can touch base
that
on.
we can touch base on. So,
Yeah, I mean, all of the Ukraine stuff. Fucking, to talk about a World War III.
yeah.
Which in my opinion, I'm a little weary if that's gonna happen or not.
I mean,
it's 2022. Nothing would shock me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's crazy because we were just talking about World War III, 2 years ago before the pandemic?
yeah,
We were talking about World War III.
that got like
Was that 2020 or was that 2019?
2019, because that was the same year that COVID. Wait,
2020 was the COVID year.
so it was 2022.
I think it was the beginning of that school year. I think it was before, right before COVID.
Maybe I can't remember.
I don't really remember. My concept of time since COVID is all out of whack.
Yeah, dude, I just remember, bro, quarantine. You know, everyone bitches about quarantine, but that shit was kind of fun to me.
It was kind of fun, but it made me who I am today in a bad way. It made me so lazy.
Yeah.
Because I sat in this house for 3 straight months, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's kind of insane.
3 straight months I didn't leave my house.
I did for, I think, probably a month and a half, 2 months, and then my mom was... Because my mom is actually, the one that was kind of, really scared about the pandemic at first, and now she's like, fuck it.
I kind of think that's how everybody is.
No, yeah, but I mean, a little shortly after, she was kind of whatever, it's a virus, it's not going to go anywhere at the end of the day, pretty much.
Once everyone realized what the virus, because everyone was kind of scared of the virus, which, made sense. We were, you look at the beginning of the pandemic, we're thinking, worst case scenario, this is, a legit plague that wipes out.
Yeah.
We were all, I mean, personally speaking, I was, mentally prepared for...
a plague.
A plague, a lot of people around us dying.
Yeah,
I was trying to wrap my head around that.
Yeah, I was pretty much, in the very beginning of COVID, I was kind of set on, okay, as how the news is kind of making it seem, I just kind of got to mentally prepare myself for the
absolute worst.
Yeah, the state of mind I was in is, okay, only the strongest survive.
Yeah, I thought it was legitimately going to be...
And if I'm not one of those people who survive, then, well, I guess
that's just the way the cookie crumbled, but then everyone, the virus started circulating, and you started hearing more and more about, oh, well, I know someone that got it, and they're fine.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I had that shit 2 times, probably more, honestly.
Yeah, I had it at least once, for sure, that I got tested and tested positive.
Yeah, I only got tested 1 time, but the second time I was pretty sure I had it. But, nah, dude, I will say, first time having it, worst part about having it was losing my taste and smell.
I still can't smell.
I can't, I can smell better. Not everything smells the same. But a lot of shit does not taste the exact same as
my taste has definitely been...
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Reduced a bit.
One of the biggest things that took a while to come back, but now it's pretty much fully back, was pizza, bro. That shit took a while for pizza to, fully come back to my taste buds, yeah. But, yeah, the virus, that was pretty crazy when that hit, and that was the first talk about World War III. Now it's kind of okay, this is the first time in our lifetime, I think, that we've seen, NATO kind of, come to the surface.
Do anything.
Yeah.
Or, maybe do something. Because we're not sure if they're going to do anything yet, because Ukraine's not a part of NATO. That's the big thing, right?
That's the biggest part.
They're not a part of Ukraine or NATO, and they're never going to be, so we have no reason to go defend them, but at the same time...
What's happening is a fucked up situation.
It is bad. It is terrible.
And I do understand why a lot of countries, want to go and help them.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, shit, dude. It's kind of like seeing a person get bullied by a fucking big dude and you're a big dude and you're not fucking like you know what I'm saying? Like you're kind of like, okay, do I go and pick a fight with this other big guy and then have his fucking other big guys come and you know what I'm kind of saying?
The big problem right now is one, it's pretty obvious. Putin has a giant ego.
Oh yeah.
Like he's a maniac, but he's got a giant ego, and that's dangerous because we haven't even done anything. Like NATO hasn't done anything yet, and he's already like armed his nuclear defenses.
Right.
Like, which if he's preparing his defenses, he's probably also preparing his offensives. Like, there's no way he's like. The worst thing that could happen right now is someone hits that red button. And that someone can be any leader of a country that has nukes. If they hit that big red button, it could be... It could potentially be the end of the world. Yeah, if enough nukes are dropped, we could cause a nuclear winter, and life as we know it...
would be over.
Could be flipped upside down. Like, even worse than COVID.
Oh yeah, like way worse than COVID.
Oh my god!
Like I mean, dude, like literally,
global
you gotta
climate
think,
change.
A nuclear winter would literally mean like, bro, all that ash and shit would block out the sun.
Exactly.
I mean,
that's now just think of all the solar power that we would lose.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I seen something that said like the fucking ozone layer would be just completely gone.
Oh,
like,
it would have to be because it's already
like,
deteriorated so much from all the chemicals we put in the air that if a bunch of nukes went off around the globe, it would just shatter and we would be fucked. And I don't know what would happen, obviously, but I really don't want to know.
No, that's one thing that I don't want to see, like, whatsoever. I don't think anyone would want to see it except maybe Vladimir Putin. Like,
the worst part about the Putin thing is I don't know if have you seen the casualty numbers?
Yeah, dude, Russia's getting fucked up right now.
Like, Putin is just throwing these young Russian innocent soldiers into death.
Dude, the thing I seen multiple things saying that these people were told they were going on a fucking basic training mission, bro. It wasn't even like it wasn't even like an actual like recon mission. Like they were told they were doing a like basic training mission or something along those lines. Like, don't quote me on those exact like words on what they said, because
I think I know what you're talking about. I saw a video that was some captured Russian soldier.
Every captured Russian is saying like they didn't know they were doing this shit. They were kind of just forced into Ukraine and said, you know, just start fucking taking over.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think like we all know that Putin's like main plan is to put back the Soviet Union.
Oh yeah, he wants the USSR back to its full glory, but
you know, like another thing is now that like, okay, so you seen the shit about what's it, Anonymous starting the cyber war with Russia.
Yeah.
Now, that could be really good.
It could be, but I don't see all they could really do to him.
Right. The only thing that
other than piss him off.
Now this is kind of just like a thought of mine. I don't really know how like possible this could be, but they were talking about exposing shit that the government was hiding, which if they would do that and it would be like legit shit. Do you personally think that it could start a civil war in Russia?
It could, but it's tough because of how
controlled they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you seen what happened to the protesters in Moscow that...
I did not actually see that.
Really? They had a protest in Moscow about...
I bet that shit got
shut down. I forget how many people it was, but there was like a couple hundred, I think, got arrested for that shit.
They don't fuck around over there about that shit. Dude. They don't... It's not America, like...
Not whatsoever, bro. Like, there's no such thing as fucking protest, bro.
Yeah.
Like
we have... In our Constitution, we have the right to gather and protest against our government. It's our right to do that.
Yeah.
Over there, they don't have that, so... Like, protesting means a lot different over there. Protesting over there is like can be like a matter of life and death.
Oh yeah, it can.
And it can be
Easily.
here too, but over here that's when it turns to rioting and not protesting.
Yeah. No, protesting is just because
protesting
over there at least it's because.
Well, yeah, you're going
against
just
government. Literally the matter of the big man in charge.
Yeah,
saying,
you're going against the government.
Fucked.
You're going against the government, and in that country, it's straight up not allowed. But
that shit's a big.
The worst part about the Ukraine shit is like, one, it is really, really weird seeing it on, like, this is the first war we're truly seeing on social media.
Yeah,
like,
because
I'm seeing a lot of clips of this war happening on especially TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok, it's big. Every time I go into TikTok, now I guarantee if I open up my phone right now,
it's gonna
put it on the camera, first fucking thing on there would be
it's definitely Ukraine one of the first couple videos, but the worst part about, not the worst part, but a really tough part about it is like, I feel bad enjoying things. Because, like, I'm over here enjoying stuff while these people are fighting for their country and shit. Like,
by saying enjoying, I'll kind of speak for you on this. I'm kind of assuming, like, you mean, like, seeing the memes and it's kind of funny?
No. Like, I mean, like...
you're saying, like, you're saying, like, bro, it's pretty enjoyable when you see, like, bro, Ghost of Kiev. Fucking,
I mean, that stuff's cool. That stuff's cool.
Like, that's badass.
But I mean,
the fucking Ukrainian Reaper, like...
Especially right now with Elden Ring just coming out. One, I've been playing the shit out of it. And two, like, I'll scroll and I'll see one video on TikTok about something cool in Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll scroll to the next video and I'll see, like, war and stuff. And it makes me feel bad that I'm able to live such a simple life.
Okay. Yeah, I kind
of... And enjoy... Like, I'm able to... We're able to sit here and do this podcast right now.
Yeah.
While in Ukraine,
they gotta worry about their fucking cribs getting bombed.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro. Like, it is fucked up. It's really
and obviously
fucked
there's
up.
not... Like, it's not like I can just go over there and be like, yo, Putin, this isn't cool. Stop. Like,
yeah.
I can't do anything. Like, I can't do anything, but, like...
I can't just go over and be like,
it still makes me feel bad.
I think this is really uncool, bro.
Yeah,
like, you should probably
it just makes
stop.
Me feel bad
He'd
that
probably just fucking spit in my face if I said that, bro. Like,
he'd probably have, like, if you were standing right in front of me, you said that kind of disrespectful shit to him, his Secret Service would take you out immediately.
I wouldn't even lie.
Did you see when Conor McGregor put his arm around Putin?
No.
he was at, like, a... Because, like, obviously this was before the Ukraine shit. And it was some sporting event, and McGregor was there, and he, like, met with Putin, and he was, like, talking with him. And they went to take a picture, and McGregor put his arm around Putin. Don't do that. Like, dude, even McGregor was shook. Like, his secret, like, Putin looked at him and gave him a look, and, like, his Secret Service started to, like, step up, like, calm down, buddy, and McGregor, like, took his arm back. He was like, my bad, and, like, they just took the picture with hands in front like that.
Was it Putin that felt uncomfortable about it, or was it, like, just the Secret Service being like, all right, you're, like...
It kind of seemed more like the Secret Service, but, like, they were doing their job. Like, that's their job, to make sure no one... Like, obviously, I don't think they thought, oh, McGregor's about to make an attempt on Putin's life, but, like, still, they're very protective about their... That's what they're told to do, so...
Yeah.
So you could even tell in the video that McGregor was definitely shook by that, so...
Yeah, that's crazy, but it is kind of like...
It's just weird.
It is weird, but, dude, it is so cool to see, like, bro, you're just scrolling through TikTok, seeing, like, shit about the Ghost of Kiev.
The Ghost of Kiev and the Reaper of Kiev. Yeah. Did you hear what the Reaper... I forget what he said, the exact quote, but it was along the lines of, like, the Reaper was saying it, like, sending a message out to the Ghost. He was like, you watch the skies, I'll watch the ground, or some shit
really?
Like that. It was really
That's
cool.
Badass. That's like some Avengers shit.
Yeah, deadass. Like, it was really cool.
Yeah, it's really badass.
I don't know if this was true, but apparently the Ghost ship was... I don't know if this is true. This could be just like a meme
I know what you're talking about.
Where he got shot down and
then he got out. In another fucking pilot, or in another plane.
He didn't do that, but I did hear... Because that one's definitely satire. But... There's one that he might have, like, he got shot down and then he, like, ejected out before it blew up or some shit, and now he's getting a new plane or something like that. There's so much stuff on TikTok, you can never know what's real or not.
Right.
So...
It's the hardest part about TikTok, because it's like, okay, like, I mean, the guy's a fucking badass, hands down.
Either way, like
first
he's
ace.
confirmed alive, like and real by the Ukrainian president.
Yeah.
So, just that is badass.
Like, bro, just imagine the first European ace since World War II, and you're the one that fucking did it, bro. Like
in the first day.
It's not even like it was a matter of like
the whole
a couple
war.
hours or something, or
like the whole war. It was literally the first day, and this dude's already an ace. Like
bro,
crazy.
Just imagine sitting in a fucking. All right,
like
put yourself in a fucking fighter jet, right? And you're zipping around, you're whipping that shit,
real,
dodging fucking
bullets,
like
some
shit,
Star Fox
while
shit,
fucking
bro.
shooting at people.
That's
bro,
some straight up like dogfight.
Yeah, bro.
In jets though, like it's in jets. Like the dogfights were in like slow ass planes that had
bro,
big ass like
jets,
miniguns.
Bro.
Like,
fucking
jets are like supersonic speed.
Yeah, it's just like breaking sound barriers
like
and shit.
It's wild. It's wild. That's another thing. If we want to go into that, I know we wanted to talk about like the evolution of war.
Yeah, like just
you go
all this
back,
shit, like
you go back to like the Revolutionary War, and it was like like quote unquote honorable, where they would stand in a fucking field in a big line and just fire rifles.
Bro, if we're
like
gonna
this,
say that, you think people got balls then? Put yourself back when like fucking Spartans and Vikings and shit were back then. They're hands down different. The Spartans and just like Athenians and all the people back then in like ancient Greek and stuff, hands down my favorite warriors. Like of all time,
fearless.
Like dude, they wanted to fucking die for their country. I mean, bro, but then it's the same shit in Ukraine except just modern day. Like they're literally. That's what I respect so much about just warriors in general.
Any army.
Like if you're a warrior, if you've really got that warrior fucking blood and soul in you, bro, you're literally you don't care if you live or die as long as you're doing what you believe in. And that's fucking extremely badass to me, and that not a lot of people, including
respect,
and honestly, including myself, probably would not have the balls to do. I mean,
bro, it's hard to say when you're not there. Like anyone can just be like, "Oh yeah, I wouldn't have a problem going to war," but when you're actually there,
that's what I'm saying.
You have no idea how you're gonna react to that.
You're saying like anyone can say, "Oh yeah," like if there's a draft, because that's like. You know, that's kind of getting brought up now too.
I don't think the draft is going to actually happen. Because we have so many people in service right now that we don't. There's a reason the draft hasn't been used. I don't think it's going to be used for this.
Besides that, it's like, bro, anyone can say, "Oh, if I got drafted, I mean, I would just go over and fight. I don't care."
Yeah.
But it's like that's a different story when you're actually getting loaded onto a fucking jet or not a jet, but like a plane getting sent on a fucking like an actual like you're getting deployed. Bro.
Yeah.
Then I think that's when those people that say that shit, it kind of really sinks in and it's like, oh fuck, like this is real. Where like, see, I'm not gonna be afraid
because it would sink in more during like basic training though, because they prepare you for it.
Yeah, but like basic training. That's one thing until you're actually going into fucking combat. Then it's like, holy fuck, I think they do a pretty good.
They do a pretty good job at training you, and they teach you that like your life is not guaranteed. Like
oh yeah,
they teach you that you're not guaranteed to survive. So
right. Yeah, dude, and
you have to come to terms with it. But
yeah, it's just like, bro, like I mean, I could sit here. Lie to everyone's face right now and say, yeah, bro, I'm not scared to go to war. Like, I'm not scared, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, bro, that would be fucking terrifying. And I would not have the balls, especially back then, bro, when you don't have guns. Bro, you're literally getting shot at by arrows. All you have is a fucking shield, and you're running into motherfuckers that are swinging swords, bro. Like, dude.
Just those big pileups of people where everyone's, like...
fucking spears and swords and shit.
Together
like...
I mean, the 300 story is crazy.
That's insane itself, but the only difference between the movie 300 and the like actual story is there was a lot more people.
Oh yeah,
300, but like it was still an insane amount.
Yeah, they were insane underdogs.
Yeah,
either way, like they were so outnumbered.
Yeah, it's not even fucking funny, but yeah, that was against the Persians, I think.
I believe it was.
It was against the Persians, yeah, but yeah, dude, it's crazy how like you look so far like everyone said that this is probably one of the things that bothers me the most is like I don't understand why people can't just stop fighting, dude. It's never gonna stop.
Well, because
you look back at the beginning of fucking time, like battle has been a thing since the beginning of time. Just fighting in general.
It's also like because like it's definitely worse now because back then the people making those decisions to go into war, fought in those wars. Putin is not fighting in this war. Yeah. He's funneling his soldiers in to die until they overwhelm Ukraine because they have such an advantage in numbers.
But guess who's not? Ukrainian president.
True.
That motherfucker's badass.
That is the only
badass.
That is the only leader that I couldn't see. I know, obviously, if Biden was confronted with that situation, he'd have to leave because that man wouldn't make it 2 seconds on the battlefield.
I mean, bro, he would get on
the battlefield and forget where he was and be like, "Did I take my meds today?"
Like, and then he'd be like,
"Oh, shit, he'd be like, what am I doing here?" And then he'd fall down some steps or some shit and break his hip.
Where's the bathroom at?
Yeah, like, he wouldn't be able to do it. That Ukrainian president.
I mean, so he's like fucking 100 years old, so like he'd probably just have a heart attack.
Exactly.
Like, right
he'd hear one gunshot and be like,
yeah,
and just croak on the spot.
I mean,
I don't see any other world leader doing what that president's doing.
Never. Like, bro, like
it's just unheard of in the modern day.
It is, bro. Like, cause like okay, let's go back in time, like we said, like back to just the old battles and shit, like Spartans, Vikings, all them. Their leaders
were their generals.
Yeah, it wasn't like
a Spartan general commanded the whole army. Yeah, like, and he fought by their side.
And let's say
he might have been behind them, but he was still right there on the battlefield.
And let's say even fast forward a couple years past the Spartans into the like Knight Age, even the kings, bro. They were at least on the battlefield.
Sometimes, some kings were.
Yeah, some kings. Not all of them,
the later kings, like the kings of England, weren't.
Yeah.
Kings of like. It was definitely ancient kings around the same time as the Spartans that were doing that shit.
I mean, also, bro. Speaking of that, that's like, dude, the Vikings, just Vikings in general, when they go over to England, that whole fucking like, generation of time. That's one of my favorite fucking. Like history to learn about also, bro. Like that shit was just badass.
I want to learn more about some different ancient civilizations, but I just don't have time to research them.
Like, okay, so you obviously know that like when Vikings, so it all started off with fucking one group of Vikings. They didn't necessarily believe there was a west. They only thought there was a east, south, and north. They didn't really believe there's anything west, meaning no land. But then one Viking, Ragnar, his name was Ragnar Lothbrok, was kind of like, no, there definitely is a west. And west was England, obviously. So they go over to England. They just want to find land. And then the fucking knights and shit, I mean, they start fighting, and the knights start trying to push Christianity on the Vikings. Vikings are like, fuck
what they did.
Huh?
That's what England did for, 400 years? They were trying to spread Christianity.
Yeah, and the Vikings were kind of just like, fuck no, like, we're not believing in that shit.
They were probably one of the only people that resisted Christianity.
Yeah.
Because it was pushed on, like, the Aztecs and all those. Yeah. I actually have completely separate, and you can get back to it, but story about Columbus that we can go over after.
Okay, cool.
So some shit he did that was crafty, but it was fucked up, but like, what wasn't back then. So you can keep going. We'll get back to it.
No, but yeah, just like, so basically they just went over to try and find land. The knights, what was it? The fucking the Templars were kind of like they were like, fuck no, you're not gonna be here because you don't believe in Christianity. Like, you're a pagan. Like, and for those who don't know what pagan is, it's people who believe in multiple gods. Like, that's just the, like, religion. But, they were like, yeah, you're not a fucking pagan, or you're a pagan, so you can't be here. So, basically, started killing them, got a meeting together, and the kings of England kind of promised them land as long as one Viking was baptized. Like, as long as one Viking was baptized, they could talk land. One Viking got baptized, well, that never happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just lied to him, pretty much. Like, I don't know. I'm not a religious person whatsoever.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't agree with Christianity or Catholic shit. I think they were fucking horrible people.
Oh, there was some bad stuff going on. For sure. When you have church and government combined, that's just not a good... You can't have a religious... I'm super glad we moved away from that a long time ago, because when you don't separate church and capital, it just causes a lot of issues. Because churches tend to be very greedy when they're in charge. Yeah,
and very malicious, honestly.
Yeah, malicious with like their intent to spread their religion. Yeah. It has happened. I mean, the Roman Catholics are the number one perpetrators.
That's what when I said the Templars earlier, that's what I was thinking
the Roman Catholics, man, because they really spread their Christianity, bro.
Yeah, they don't fuck around about it. Like they
burned villages. They did what they needed to do to make you Catholic, because that's what they believed, and that's clearly the only.
Yeah, that's clearly the only
right answer, right?
And nowadays it's better. You won't get fucking crucified for not believing in Jesus or Jesus and God. I have some like really good friends that are like Christian and Catholic.
Oh yeah, me too.
I don't care. Like, that doesn't bother me, but there's a lot of Christian and Catholic people that won't necessarily be cool with you because you don't believe in that shit. And it's vice versa, honestly. Like, there's a lot of people who aren't Christian and Catholic and won't be friends with Christian and Catholic because of that reason.
I'm not sure why people care so much about other people's personal decisions.
Yeah, because it's like, bro, good for you. Go to heaven.
Exactly.
I'll rot in hell. I don't care. I'll be fucking dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. But, like, I don't believe that I'm going to heaven or hell either way, so...
But yeah, to spin back around to that Columbus thing.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I completely took over.
You're good.
At the end of the day, like, I just love talking about all this shit. Even the Columbus shit. Yeah, I don't even know what you're about to talk about.
This story is a good story.
This is just history. History that I like to learn about is literally just like the most satisfying fucking thing in the world, bro. Absolutely. Like, but go ahead.
So obviously we know Columbus came over in 1492, found the islands down in the I don't remember exactly where he landed, but when he was so obviously, you know, he traded with the locals there, and so when he was ready to go back to Spain, he didn't have enough supplies to get back, like food and stuff. So he asked the local civilization that they were like staying with while they were on that new land. They were like, hey, can we borrow some stuff to get back? And they said no. They said, we only grow enough harvest to make it through the year. Like, we don't. There's no extra.
Right.
So they didn't have anything to give them. Well, and it's crazy that we knew this as people, but Columbus studied the star charts, because there was honestly a lot more known about the stars.
Very interesting shit also.
That
super cool.
Than you would think for 1500. Like, we knew a lot about the stars. So Columbus studied these tables, and he knew that in a week from that time, there was going to be some sort of eclipse that made the moon blood red.
That's fucking kind of cool.
And he knew that this was happening. So what he tells these people, he says, okay, so I'll give you an option. either, because obviously they're not Christian.
Yeah.
He says, my gods are stronger than yours. If you don't help us, then in 1 week, the moon is going to turn blood red, and it's going to be a curse. Because he knew that this eclipse was going to happen.
So used his religion, or used his knowledge, put it into his religion, kind of fucking like put it against
to persuade,
them.
Yeah.
Right.
And they were like, they probably didn't believe it, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, the week comes, and this moon turns blood red, and
fucking crazy shit,
and you
bro.
know, like for a fact, these ancient, I think it was Mayans that he settled with. I'm not sure,
Okay.
but
whatever
it was, whatever it was.
Now, was this in America yet or no?
No, this is gonna be.
That was a fucking dumbass question.
I forget where he landed at.
You said islands.
It was somewhere down closer to like Mexico, Puerto Rico, somewhere down there.
That was just
somewhere
a dumb
down
question, but
it's fine.
we
we all have those moments. But this moon turns red, and these guys are like, "Oh shit!" Like, they're in oh shit mode. They're like, "Oh fuck, we fucked up big time. We're gonna die." So they ended up giving the supplies to Columbus, and he was able to get that back to Spain.
That's fucked up.
Now, what we don't know, because there's no records of it, because they didn't keep records.
Yeah, right. They didn't.
We don't know what happened to that civilization that gave away their supplies. They could have all died that winter because they couldn't make it through. We have no way of knowing.
That's insane. That could be a civilization that literally nobody knows about. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, we know about them, but we don't know what happened to that exact village.
Yeah, that's what
we
I was
have
kind of like
no idea what happened to those people.
That's what I meant.
They could have lived and they could have somehow made it through, or most likely what happened is the leaders of the village got all the food that they had, and the week didn't survive, and they probably lost a lot of people that winter. It's fucked up, but it is a cool story that he was able to study those charts and.
They did not turn to cannibalism.
They might have.
It probably would not surprise me.
You never know, dude. You never know.
It would not surprise me.
It was a different time, bro.
Very different times.
I mean, you gotta think that's 500 years ago.
Yeah,
500, 30 years ago that was happening.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Literally,
bro.
530 years ago, Columbus was discovering this.
Yeah. Oh, dude, actually, this made me think of something that is, like, kind of insane, bro. But back to the Spartan shit. So, I researched this shit, bro. Did you know the average... Bear with me here, bro. The average size of a fucking Spartan warrior was, like, 6'8" to 7 foot. The average size.
I thought people were smaller back then, though.
That's what I thought, too, bro. But I literally screenshotted this shit. I gotta find it. Because the crazy thing that you said about people being shorter back then was, like, back then, Vikings were known to be, like, giants, and the crazy part about it was they were, like, fucking 5'9". So, like, at most, they were, like, 5'9". So what's that saying about every other person?
Because I know, like, Goliath from the David and Goliath story, apparently he was not that tall.
No.
Like, Goliath was, like, 6'5", maybe.
Yeah.
But back then, he looked like a giant because everyone was so small.
Yeah, dude. That is, like, crazy shit, though.
It says like, fully armored. I wonder if they're
armored that is
added height.
It did say fully armored, but, like, bro, the thing is, like, even with armor, bro, like, I can't imagine it would put that much height on you, though. Unless it literally went from, like...
Dude, 7 feet, that's tall.
Yeah, that's fucking ginormous,
for one civilization
bro.
to be...
That's like...
I mean, that's going past
this roof, bro. Yeah, that's insanely tall.
There's no way.
Like,
I'd have to look more into that. Because that's really, like, that's tall for today's standards.
I know, bro.
So.
But, I mean, shit. I mean, dude, that would be nuts, though, bro. Imagine just being, like, that, bro, that might honestly be the reason why they could, like, stand their ground against, like, these, like, like, man. The story of 300, though, like, even though it wasn't, like...
It was exaggerated in the movie.
Yeah.
It was, like, the same concept.
Right.
Being outnumbered.
But, like, being that outnumbered and holding your own against that for, like, that long, against how many fucking warriors? It was like tens of thousands, I think, or some shit. And it's like, I don't know. I mean,
35 minutes.
I mean, also, the thing you gotta think of, these guys, like, no matter where you were from back then, like, if you're a warrior of any kind, you're extremely fucking, like, built. Because,
I mean, especially Spartans, because if you were a weak child, you died. They kicked you out of the village and you died.
Like, you would be sacrificed most of the time.
You would either be sacrificed, or they would just straight up exile you from the village, and you would have to survive on your own or die. And you would most likely die because you were like 5.
Because that whole, like, raised by wolves story is not exactly true. Like, it's, even though that's not the same fucking, story back then, but it's just like, chances are, if you're a kid, you're not getting raised by wolves. You're getting fucking eaten by wolves.
Exactly.
Because, like,
those wolves would probably eat you.
You are a prey. But, yeah, dude, like,
they were ruthless.
Yeah.
That whole time, like, have you heard of the Iron Bull?
I don't. Do you know what the Iron Bull is? That is insane fucking torture method.
That's straight up.
Explain that, because people who are watching this probably
if you don't know what the Iron, I think it's called just the Iron Bull, isn't it? I
think
it's something like
that.
But it's literally a cast iron, like, bull, like, full size. And what they did was they would stick people in this metal. It's just a giant metal hollow casket, and they would heat it up. They would put it over a fire, and they would let these people burn inside. Like it would melt them.
And then the worst part is too, it was said that when they scream, it literally sounds like a fucking bull. Like it sounds like a bull, which is crazy. And then on top of that, I mean, another bad one was the fucking Iron Maiden.
The Iron Maiden,
not the band. The fucking.
The Iron Maiden was bad, but that's
like instant death. Yeah,
it's stabbing you everywhere.
What the Iron Maiden was, it was literally it was an iron casket that had a shit ton of spikes all inside of it.
It was just a sarcophagus with spikes.
The fucking, I guess, what movie was that? Despicable Me. That was in that movie. One time,
I don't remember.
The fucking kid got like closed in it, and it like popped their fucking juice box, and the juice was like red in it.
I think I might remember that, but those, and there is tons of other torture.
I did see this one that was pretty fucked up. Well, there's a bunch, but like
God, all of them
one, like there. I mean, all torture methods are fucked, but like
the crucifixion is also terrible too.
That's probably one of the worst.
Yeah, I can talk about that one after you talk about this one.
But there was one where like
of actual crucifixion.
The one was like they put like a rat in a bucket on your stomach, and they would fucking like heat up the bucket, and the rat would like
eat through.
Yeah, just eat through
to dig out to get out of the heat.
It's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up.
Yeah, that's bad.
That is bad, bro. It's just like, dude, I could not imagine. Like, who the fuck thinks of that shit? Like, honestly, who the fuck thinks of that shit? Who was first?
We got all these prisoners. What should we do with them?
Yeah, let's make a cast iron bull and then just fucking cook these people.
It's just torture them. Make them go through the most pain they've ever felt in their life.
Like, it's just so messed up. It's not even funny. It's like, it's ridiculous, bro.
So with crucifixion, if you don't know what crucifixion actually is,
everybody just thinks you're getting hung up.
Exactly.
By here.
Everyone
That's
just
not
thinks
what it is.
You're just getting hung up and left to die, which you are, but it's so much worse. It's so
in the worst way. In the worst way possible.
A lot of media will put it through the hands. That's not where the spike goes in on your hands. It goes through here. There's like right below your hand, there's like a really soft spot, and the spike goes straight through there, breaking your wrist bones first of all. So that's great. So but you're hung up, both your wrist bones are broken, shattered, and completely impaled through. And then I can't really show it because my legs are down here, but your feet would cross like this, if you can imagine it, like they cross your ankles. So it fits real nice in there. And then straight through both of your ankle bones, another spike goes straight through. And the way it's designed and where it's going through is you obviously either have to have all of your weight pulling down on your wrists, or you push. It's designed so that your natural body instinct is to push up on your feet. Like, literally use your legs to push to keep yourself hung up. Because if you don't, then this... I'm trying to show it. This part of your wrist will break through. Eventually, like, if you just let yourself hang there
it's
and...
completely,
Like, it'll crack through here, and then you'll fall forward, and you'll just be... I mean, that would break your legs even more because they're still spiked. But then if you put pressure on your... Obviously, if you put pressure on your ankles while there's a spike through it, it's going to hurt a lot. Because you're... Like, think about if you broke a bone and then you constantly put pressure on that. Like, if you broke your forearm and then took your forearm and squeezed it, like, constantly for hours on end. That's what it is, but on both of your ankles. So
super fucked up.
It's just so bad. And to think that the Roman Catholics did that to so many people.
Yeah. And that was acceptable back then.
Not only acceptable, it was like...
But it was like the thing
it was to like absolve them of their sins.
Yeah.
But they were dead.
Like,
so like
what's the... Like, that's the thing that is like, you know, Christian/Catholic is looked at as the perfect religion. They like, it's just... First of all, a lot of people think it was the first religion. Wasn't even close to the first religion. Not even close. But that's a complete irrelevancy.
They don't want to hear that their religion was based off of Judaism, which was based off of
the Greeks.
Like, no, they were based off of Islamic. Like the Islamic religion, with Muhammad and all them.
Oh yeah, but like
that started Christianity,
right? But
and Judaism.
Christians stole a lot of shit from the Greeks and honestly the Vikings too. Like a shit ton of stuff.
Well, they were more polytheistic though, because they
were
multiple gods thing. But both of those religions were polytheistic, multiple gods. And that was the biggest problem for the Catholics and stuff, was that they were worshiping multiple gods.
Yeah, but I mean, bro, literally the thing is, like, they still stole a lot of shit from the Vikings, though. Like, you know, like, the story of the mistletoe?
I don't.
Like, well, you know the mistletoe.
I mean, Christmas, I know the mistletoe, but...
Yeah, but, well, the original story of the mistletoe was that in the Nordic religion, I forget what god it was. Basically, his mother put a spell on him that, like, she kind of combined everything. Yeah, everything in the earth to make him indestructible. Like, he couldn't die, but she just forgot the fucking mistletoe. Yeah. So Loki set up this god's brother to shoot him with an arrow laced with mistletoe. Balder. Yes.
It was Balder and Freya. Freya was... Or Frey, but
Frey, Balder and Frey. Well,
Freya's her real name, but that's
well, no, Frey and Freya. I believe they're two different gods. Frey is a male. Freya is a female. Freya is the goddess of reproduction and shit. I forget what Frey is, but Frey and Balder were brothers, and I forget which one was the one that couldn't get killed.
Balder was the indestructible. He was Balder was the god of happiness.
Yeah, so Loki
took that away.
So Loki is the god of like mischief and like misbehavior, just basically a bad god. He
just pulls pranks
every time. But
he's got bad intentions, but like he's about having a good. At the end of the day, he's about having a good time. But
this one he went a
little too far. He always found a way to have a good time. So.
Yeah, but this one he went a little too far on this prank. It was like one of those prankster YouTube channels that went too far and they got fucked up. But anyway, but look, he basically fucking told Frey that to put in mistletoe and an arrow, shoot Balder with it, and that happened. He died
because he was like, "Oh, he can't get hurt by it. You know, he can't be hurt by anything. So shoot him with this mistletoe arrow."
He tricked him into doing it. He killed him. So then after
Loki got in trouble for that shit.
After that, the mistletoe was hung up in all of their like longhouses and stuff on what would be Christmas Day, or no, I think it might have been a different day, but it was
they
hung
wouldn't
up.
have Christmas.
Yeah, it was hung up in their in their houses, and every time you walked under there, you know what happens.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it might have been a little bit different for the Vikings. I don't know if they had to kiss.
It was probably just like some kind of embrace.
Yeah, but basically they just had to do
it.
that, or it would be like basically a sin, I guess.
Pretty much just disrespectful to God.
Just very disrespectful for that God. But yeah, we're fucking giant nerds. If I could tell already, but yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, my fucking arm is completely covered with like just Greek mythology.
I gotta get more tats. I don't know what I want, but
yeah, it's just fucking...
we gotta do it. We gotta do a tat cast. One time where we both get a matching tattoo or something somewhere.
Yeah, dude.
For the podcast.
I don't care. I'll be down whenever.
We just have to figure out how to set it up so that we can have it show you, like showing you do tattoo pretty clearly. But we can figure that out later.
Yeah, but yeah, dude. Like all that shit is completely so satisfying to me. And bro, it's crazy how we went from like talking about the Ukraine shit to like this.
Yeah, we got 15 minutes, 14 minutes to hit our hour mark.
Fuck it, we'll probably go past the hour mark anyway.
A little bit. We can't go too far past. I don't know how much storage I have.
But yeah, we're so this is Monday, February 28th. When did we record the first one?
I think it might have been last
Saturday. Oh yeah, you're right. Probably would have been.
Was it? No, it was two. Was it two? It was 2 weeks ago. Because last week I went to lacrosse, and we didn't.
No, but it was during the week last week because I remember if I check my work schedule, I had off the next day. I had off. Maybe I did have off Tuesday, so it would have been exactly a week from today.
It was. What is this? Here it is. This is.
Yeah, it would have been a week from today. It would have been February 21st.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, so a week from today. Well, anyway, that video we're gonna try and get uploaded tonight.
Honestly, I might be able to get both of these up tonight. If I just do it now that we have the account.
Which would be super cool. And we did finally fucking find the name, but we're not. We'll just. Yeah, it'll be on there. So
it's the PG podcast.
The PG podcast.
PG podcast.
PG because we don't fucking curse or anything.
Yeah,
we're completely fucking.
We don't
PG.
Fuck with that shit. We don't fuck with that shit.
We don't fucking curse whatsoever.
And our names just so happen to be Parker and Gage, so that kind of works out, I guess.
Yeah. Just parental fucking guidance.
Yeah. It mainly stands for. We just want to let anyone know that this is a safe place where they won't see or hear any fucking cursing at all.
No, you won't hear anything about fucking war or torture, anything like that.
We're all about censoring you from the world here.
Right, and
no hot takes.
It's
no real shit.
It's just a PG podcast.
Just a PG podcast.
That's just
it. It's just all there is to it.
But anyway, that's the fucking name. So that's super dope. We actually thought of that last week. We just never got to fucking uploading that last video, but we'll get that done.
So what are we going to talk about?
We
kind of wrap this up a little bit. So we can talk about this. You haven't played it yet, but Elden Ring just came out.
Yeah, I have not played it yet. But...
He hasn't played it yet. I've played more than it came out. When did it come out? I think it was the 25th. It is 3 days later, and I've put at least 24 hours in easily.
Yeah, that's fucking bad, dude.
Yeah, dude. I've been playing it nonstop. Like, I get off the game, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go do something. I'm like, but I kind of want to keep playing. Like, it's so addictive. And then the craziest part is, I still have not even come close to seeing everything.
Yeah, it's wild.
I've been doing nothing but running past shit for the entire time.
Yeah.
And it just keeps, every time I'm like, okay, I have to have seen like this whole map. I go forward a little bit more and it opens up even more and I'm like it's about to be like 100 hours.
Is it an open, like completely open
world?
Oh
yeah, it's super open world.
So it's not like
like Dark Souls. It is like if you took Dark Souls 3 and then combined it with Skyrim.
Skyrim, cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I definitely want to get. I've seen a lot about Elden Ring.
Like I think. For me personally, just to get through all the content on one character, it's going to be at least 100 hours.
Yeah.
At least.
Which also makes me want to bring up, I'm super fucking stoked for the new, the Harry Potter game that's supposed to come out too.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm getting. I don't even know when that comes out.
I don't know when it comes out, but I do want to get it. And also, another VR game that I just seen that was, like, announced was, I know you don't watch this, but Peaky Blinders. They're making a fucking...
They made a VR
game. You're apparently, like, yourself, you just join the Peaky Blinders. You just do missions for them and shit. Pretty cool.
I'll have to tell my brother about that, because he loves that fucking show.
Which one?
Tony.
Really?
Nick loves it, too, but Nick doesn't have VR.
Bro, like, that
Tony
show
loves
is fucking badass.
I just haven't gotten around to watching it.
It's such a good show. I feel like we might have talked about that last podcast.
We talked about it a little bit, but I haven't seen it, so
But, dude, it's like, oh my God, if you have not watched Peaky Blinders, you gotta fucking watch it, bro. It's like, it's just awesome show. Especially if you're into like the early 90s like gangsters and shit, like the mobs and stuff. So good. But
I'll definitely have to watch that.
Yeah, it is a really good show.
I'll have to get to it eventually.
Yeah, dude. So that came out, but tell me more about Elden Ring, because I'm actually kind of fucking curious now. I want to hear it because I do want to play it.
It's really weird because, especially coming from all these other Souls, because I have played all of the Souls games. I played every single one. Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro. I played them all, and I love... FromSoft games are easily my favorite game of all time. Like, the way they build the worlds is just insane. And so you get into this world, and right away, you come out of like because there's a tutorial boss, but you're kind of like supposed to die to it.
Okay.
You can beat it technically, but it's really hard, and you don't have any heals. So when you die, it does like a cutscene, takes you to some other place, and you come out of this. It's almost like a underground tomb, and you come out, and you see this massive world. Like right away you can tell it's a massive world, and anything you can see, you can go to it.
That's fucking
like, you know how in Dark Souls 3 you could see like some stuff way off in the distance, but you could tell it wasn't actually level.
Yeah, like it's not a part of that map.
That does not exist.
Section of the fucking
does not exist. If you can see it, you can go to it.
That is awesome.
And
definitely sounds like a game that I would love, because I love RPG games. Just role-playing games in general. Fucking dope. Like Skyrim, bro. One of like my favorite games I've ever played.
Skyrim is great. I can't wait for the next Elder Scrolls game.
Dude,
I don't know when it's coming out, but I know they announced it already, so
that game.
That's gonna be another revolutionary game like Elden Ring.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I gotta get Elden Ring, bro.
You gotta get it, and I'll play it with you.
Well, that is I'm
trying. Really fucking hard though.
Oh, I bet, hard, bro. Cause Sekiro, bro, that shit was fucking insane.
Sekiro's a different beast though, cause like you have to parry, like
like that.
You can play this one like normal Dark Souls.
Okay.
This one plays like, but there is jumping.
Oh,
so basically, what they did with this game, which I love, is they took elements of all of their past games.
Okay.
Like, the base mechanics are kind of like the Dark Souls, where, you know, you can do your shield, or you can dodge everything if you want to go that route. But then there's also jumping. There's also sneaking.
there is sneaking.
Yeah, there is sneaking. Cool. There's the weapon arts from Dark Souls 3, like with the L2.
Okay, yeah.
A lot of different weapons, obviously. Just so many different you can go out of that tutorial area and you can go in any direction you want.
That's awesome.
And there is a main direction. It does kind of guide you,
Right.
Like it shows a light in the direction you should be going, but it doesn't. I mean, you know how Dark Souls is. It doesn't tell you where to go.
Yeah.
And in this game, there's really no right way to go because there's stuff everywhere, and you do get a horse. Because if you didn't get a horse and you just had to do it all on foot, it would be 100 hours just to walk to the first boss.
Yeah.
Like,
see now the more open world games that kind of like leads me to the like, well not that game in specific, but like how like the old Assassin's Creeds, they weren't like necessarily like too open world, but like the newer ones, they're pretty fucking open world.
Yeah, they definitely
like,
got bigger since Assassin's Creed 1, which makes sense.
And I personally like really like the newer Assassin's Creed games because like
I stopped playing them long. I didn't really play many of the Assassin's Creed games.
See,
just, I don't know.
Bro, you gotta play Odyssey and Valhalla.
I played Odyssey and it was fun. It just got boring to me, and I stopped playing
it does get pretty boring.
It's repetitive.
Now
and
the only thing that I will say is Assassin's Creed Valhalla is definitely my favorite Assassin's Creed game because it's like super cool, bro. The raiding and everything, when you like raid, like you literally have like troops with you that like raid.
Yeah, I've seen some gameplay on it. I know Cody really liked it, but I just.
Cody likes every game.
Cody does like every game. I've heard him say bad things about one game ever, and he plays that game now. So.
What game is that?
Apex. He only plays that because I started playing it and Tony started playing it, but.
Yeah, I haven't hopped on Apex in a fucking minute.
It's fun. I love Apex. It's my favorite shooter right now.
I haven't played Apex. I haven't played Apex, COD, Fortnite, and like no shooters in a while, honestly. I've been pretty caught up on Assassin's Creed, Valhalla, Demon Souls.
Pretty much all my time right now is going towards Elden Ring. I just don't want to play anything else.
Understandable.
Like, I've played.
Oh, also I can't forget Dying Light 2.
I gotta get. I'm never gonna be able to touch that game because of Elden Ring.
Yeah, they released those two games. Such
I know, dude.
Bro, it's like.
And same with Arceus. I haven't been able to touch Arceus.
Oh, Arceus! I started playing that one too.
They just came out with a new DLC for that.
Really?
Free DLC. So.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to cop that. But
It should automatically just update on.
I'm not very far in Arceus.
Me neither. I didn't get to touch it much because then right after that came out, Dying Light 2 came out.
Yeah.
And then right after Dying Light 2 came out, Elden Ring just came out. So.
I got Arceus after Dying Light 2.
I got Arceus the day it came out.
Oh, right when it came out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The day it came out.
That's because, bro, honestly, for a while, I didn't touch my Switch for a while.
Me neither.
Like, I didn't touch it for a while.
There's just not much on it.
Yeah,
for
there's
me.
not. I mean, like, Smash Bros, that's cool, but that gets super frustrating and kind of, like, repetitive.
I fuck with Smash Bros. I haven't played in a while, though. Just, again, other stuff to play.
Like, bro, but Arceus, dude, like, that's, like, a whole fucking, like, game changer to the Pokemon, like,
Did you see... Oh, this could be something we could actually react to quick if you want to end things off here.
Yeah, fuck it, let's get it.
Did you say let's gay?
I said let's get it, but... Sure.
It's about to get freaky on this show. Sure. This is really about to be a PG podcast.
Yeah.
There is. So this is. Oh fuck, dude! I don't have the headphones set up. I still gotta get speakers for this shit so we can react better.
Also, bro, we just want everyone to know. Also, bro, this is like just get started, like setup. Like we should definitely have more of a like legit setup. Like I don't know how soon, but probably after this fucking podcast, we're gonna start talking about like newer shit that we can buy and like everything, you know. So
okay. So we need to go to...
Because while he's setting this up, at the end of the day, we do want to kind of take this, like, podcast shit, like, seriously. Like, not, like, I wouldn't say necessarily, like, we don't really see ourselves doing this as, like, a full-time, like, job type of, like, serious, but it is, like, we want to stay consistent on, like, uploads and shit. So.
Okay. So...
What time are we hitting right now? I can't even say.
Right around an hour. It's like 59 minutes. So
Okay,
this will probably be like the ending segment here. We'll talk about this for a second.
Let's do it.
So this is the announcement for the DLC for Arceus, and then it's also the announcement for Generation 9, the new Pokemon game.
Shit. Cool, that's super sweet, actually.
I'm gonna skip because it goes over Pokemon Go first, so I'm gonna goes over like Pokemon Go and Pokemon Unite first. Wait till we get back.
Bro, my drip is honestly insane today. It's like, no, I'm just fucking around, bro. I just threw on like the most lazy shit ever.
Okay, so this was something for Brilliant Pearl, whatever.
Soon, we'll send out Oak's letter, an item that will allow you to encounter the mythical Pokemon Shaymin within Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl. You'll be able to claim this item as a mystery gift later, after this presentation ends. You can add Shaymin to your team and enjoy exploring the Sinnoh region to Arceus game. We are pleased to announce the Daybreak update for Pokemon Legends Arceus, which will be available to players at no cost. You'll begin a new investigation into a curious phenomenon that is causing mass outbreaks of Pokemon across the Hisui region. You'll also be able to engage in new Pokemon battles together with your ally Pokemon at the training grounds. The Daybreak update will be available later after this presentation ends. And as a Pokemon Day gift, we'd like to offer you some items that should come in handy on your adventure.
This code, if anyone plays Arceus and didn't see this, if you put in that code, that Arceus Adventure code, you get 30 of each of those. And it goes until March 31st. You can claim it.
Yeah, I kind of like how like all this shit in Pokemon Arceus is it kind of looks like it's like the beginning of fucking time.
That's because that's kind of what it is. Like,
that's kind of what it's supposed to be.
Discovering
like,
Pokemon.
bro, like those Pokeballs do not look like new Pokeballs nowadays.
Exactly.
I kind of like how that looks. I like how you can craft them too.
Yeah,
that's cool.
The crafting is dope.
Yeah. Please enter the provided password in your game to claim this gift. We hope you continue to enjoy your adventures in the Hisui region. One more thing. We are pleased to announce that production of an online animated series set in the Hisui region has begun. This series will feature an original storyline and is anticipated to launch later in 2022. Please wait for future announcements to learn more. What did you think?
Did you read that?
Yeah.
That's gonna be sick.
That's gonna be awesome.
If depending on what it is, like animation style wise, if it's just as like real as the game is, with like accepting that death is a thing that can happen to people,
That's cool.
then it's gonna be a cool series. Like if it's like a real life version of Pokemon in an animated series, that could be really cool. I could actually like
cool.
Obviously, all the Pokemon shows now are dog shit. So
yeah,
I mean, even back then they were dog shit. It's just it's just nostalgic. So.
They were cool to us.
Exactly.
Bro, we grew up off of that shit.
Exactly.
I mean, bro,
I could go back and watch the original Sinnoh League any day. But,
bro, and like Ash and Brock.
Yeah,
and,
dude, that and Misty. That was the crew. That was
Brock, he was like forever one of my favorites.
Brock is that dude.
Yeah, he's like that man. Bro.
Brock is that guy.
He's that guy, for sure.
All right.
We hope you all look forward to how Pokemon games will continue to evolve in the future. We've shared with you today the latest information about a variety of our games, but to wrap things up, we'd like to end this presentation by sharing one more video. Thank you for tuning in.
All right.
Well,
Gen 9 is officially announced.
That's pretty sick. That video was super confusing at first. I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
I mean, I'm still confused by it.
Yeah. like that room that he was in, bro. First of all, at one point I was like, why the fuck's he still got his flashlight on? Like he can't see shit, bro. Like, but
so to me that just looks like they took Arceus and put it in the modern day.
I can't wait.
The one thing that I will say that I wish they would stop doing is releasing 2 games.
Yeah,
It's getting
I
old
can
at this
see
point. There's no reason for it. It's just because at this point, like you got to think COD comes out with yearly games and makes people pay $60 for it.
Each.
This is making people pay $120 if they want both games. So I don't know. It's definitely a cash grab, but I don't see it changing. But I do wish they would just stick to.
No, what me and him usually do is we play it smart. Like one of us will buy one game and the other, you see what we're saying, and then
trade the exclusives.
Yeah, and also the only difference is that they have like different legends in every game. So it's like, bro, like if we catch a legend, we can kind of just like trade it off whenever.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
But yeah, I'm excited for it. I mean, I'll definitely get it.
It definitely looks like a really cool like open world turn to like
they just took the original game format and put it in like the Arceus format and made it more open world like that.
I think that's super cool, honestly.
I think they'll keep everything. I'm pretty sure it's literally just gonna be Arceus 2.
I'm pretty sure that me and you have actually been talking about how sick it would be for an open world.
Oh my god, I've been talking about that for so long.
Ever, bro.
And I don't know why they haven't done it sooner.
It took so long, but like now that it's here, I'm fucking like happy as
I know.
shit. Like I wish they could make open world games like for like that for like every anime, but it would be so hard.
It would be so difficult.
So hard. But
and to get the funding for it and do it right is tough. But
so I understand, but super excited for that. Still gonna fucking finish Arceus.
I gotta still pretty much get into Arceus. I have barely touched the game. Like I'm not even a quarter of the way through. I don't think so.
Oh, also, dude, the one VR game you were telling me about.
Yeah.
Got it. Pretty cool.
It is cool. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I like it a lot. We gotta play together sometime.
Yeah, we definitely do.
But something I like to do to people because it's really funny is I won't say a word. And I'll just walk up to them, and I'll put my hand on their face like this. Like I'll just like walk up to them, and in the game I'll just do this, and they'll just look at me weird, and then I'll just walk away, and I won't say a word. And like I'll turn back, and they'll just be like, "What?" Like, they'll be so confused. Like the one dude was like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro?" I just didn't say anything, and I just walked away, and he was like, what?" Yeah, if you have a VR, get Edith. It says there's a bigger title, but it's Edith is what it's called. It's an MMO in VR, and it's actually really good. Like you farm items and drops. It's basically like a RuneScape or something. Yeah. But
anyone ever played VR. Like Dungeons and Dragons?
Dungeons and Dragons.
World of Warcraft is what I was going at, not Dungeons and Dragons. Holy shit, I guess that works.
Try that game for sure. You won't be disappointed at all.
No, it is a super fun game. Like,
and it's only been out for a month, so it's only going to get better.
Yeah. But limited supplies of shit, I guess.
Yeah, for now it's pretty limited.
Like I guess
I think they're gonna expand it.
I think they only have 2 classes.
There is
like
2 classes.
It's like one that you can use like guns.
Yeah, it's ranged or melee.
Like, it's like
2
swords, and then but like the sick thing about swords is because like anyone can shoot a gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you can't just wield swords all the time. So it's
got me feeling like an Inosuke out there. With the dual blades, man.
Inosuke is badass.
I just gotta give me a boarhead.
And that is very true. Get me a boarhead, I'll be fucking Inosuke any day. The only
You'll
difference...
be fucking Inosuke.
Huh?
You clapping Inosuke's cheeks.
The fuck are you talking about?
Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
Okay. Pause. Sorry. but yeah. The only downside about it is like when you get new swords, like the only difference is it like changes fucking colors.
Yeah.
It doesn't look any different, but at the end of the day,
I think that'll
be later.
I think they'll add that in this. Sure. I think they'll add that later, but
the fuck was that?
That was my headset. It'd be talking all the time.
I was gonna say, I was like, what the fuck? But
all right, any closing remarks?
No.
All right, and we're gonna hopefully get this up on YouTube pretty soon.
Yeah, stay fucking dangerous, fellas.
Stay dangerous, stay safe.
Yeah, dangerously safe.
Prayers go out, even though I'm not religious, prayers go out to Ukraine and their struggles.
Yep.
I hope that shit ends soon. I hope by the time we're doing this podcast next that that shit's like mostly resolved. I'm hoping.
I'm not gonna say prayers because
Yeah.
I believe in that, but like my condolences.
Yeah, that's a better way to
thoughts
say it. But like,
are definitely out there. You know,
Yeah.
shit. It's crazy, bro.
I
It's
definitely
really,
feel
it's
for
really
about that.
crazy.
so
So with that being said, if you are in Ukraine, you would happen to cross this video. Stay more safe than dangerous.
yeah,
But
don't live life on the edge. Play it safe.
But if you are gonna play it dangerously safe, go balls to the wall and do it all the way.
Yeah.
Because it's important in life. But you know, I guess catch you fucking next time. You know, deuces.